Gas distribution safety is important because up until the advent of Intelis and these visualization tools, the utility has essentially been blind to what's going on in the distribution system. You don't know too much about pressure situations or flow situations. You basically had to wait until an event happened, a leak or even worse, and a customer called it in before you really had awareness of what was happening out there. There are a variety of gas distribution safety issues that can occur within a gas utility. You can have an overpressurization event where there's too much pressure and the furnaces and the devices will have too much flame. You can have a low pressure event, which can be a disruption in service or a complete outage. You can have a high flow event where, let's say, a thief goes in and grabs the furnace off the abandoned house and takes it and leaves that open fuel line. It's just filling with gas, and we know what's going to happen eventually. You can get all kinds of disruptions like a backhoe through your reg station or something that allows atmosphere to enter that pipeline. Any of these things are serious and are very hard to detect today. Places where you might detect gas safety issues are first and foremost, at the service, the distribution line down to the meter, and then from the reg station up to the larger lines all the way to the city gate station. Gas safety detection, it's evolved over the years, right? Way back in the day, you could put manual sensors, pressure sensors or whatever, and then you would have to go manually retrieve that information, bring it back, interpret it. Very labor-intensive, time-consuming process. The next big jump forward in technology was AMI, or Advanced Metering Infrastructure. That laid a canopy of wireless coverage over your service area that you could then use to automatically collect billing data to automate the billing data collection process. The next big breakthrough was the Intelis solid-state meter. This is really three devices in one. It's the communication piece, basically a 500G. It's the measurement piece. There's an ultrasonic metering unit in here that measures with no moving parts. And inside here is an internal closure valve that can shut off gas either remotely, or if it detects certain events, it will do it automatically. Now that we have these events that are available to the utility, that's the game changer. That's where we are today. And specifically, you've got 5 new safety events that you were blind to before. There's high flow, high temperature, high pressure, low pressure, and air and pipe, which is a pretty interesting one. So for the first 3, high flow, high temperature, and high pressure, it will send a message through the network in near real time, and it will also, if it senses that condition for more than 10 seconds, will automatically shut that internal valve off and send a second notification that the valve's been shut. Low pressure, just what it says. Air and pipe's really interesting if you think about that, right? If you have atmosphere inside of your meter, right, one of two things is going on. Either you've caught the thief red-handed as they set it aside and put the bypass on. It has no idea this thing is transmitting a signal with battery power saying, hey, I'm being tampered with. Or you have some kind of significant event happening upstream of your system. Where we're at now is not only can you detect at the meter, yes, I have a high flow or a high temperature situation, you can concatenate that. You can put that together and say, look, I've got 20 air and pipes. Maybe 20 people are stealing simultaneously. It could happen. More than likely, if they're all on the same feeder line, something upstream has happened. So you can detect now all the way upstream with temperature issues, with pressure and flow issues, and with disruptions to your distribution system. Now that we have an AMI network, that wireless canopy of coverage, and a device, which we refer to a meter, but really is a sensor, a multiple sensor. Okay, we have a device that can detect those situations very quickly and in near real time, seconds, if not sub-seconds, report that information up to the network and get it into the gas safety solution for action. We're very specific with our vocabulary in the gas safety solution. First and foremost, there are alarms. There's the 5 alarms that we spoke about. These are discrete alarms, one off, been reported by a discrete meter, and need to be actioned, right? They need to be dispositioned. Now, as we talked about before, if you have a concatenation of these events, and specifically meaning more than one, so many, all at the same time, so plus or minus 10 seconds of each other, all on the same feeder pipe. This could be, you've got an area of high pressure and all these meters are reporting that, okay? So that gets a different icon. And that tells the safety operator, I don't have just a single event, I have an event that's affecting many services. And finally, there are a couple events that in gas safety we can insert them. Right, the Intelis meter can't detect a leakage, like methane sense today, and it doesn't detect explosions. But if those events are reported, if someone says, I heard an explosion, I smell gas, this event can be entered by the safety officer into gas safety and then get managed as part of the overall process resolution. We have big plans for the gas safety solution, right? Exception management and valve actuation is only the beginning. So at Itron, we know that safety is the highest priority at a gas utility. And with the capabilities of the Intelis meter combined with the visualization and actionable capabilities of the gas safety solution, we are going to offer unprecedented visibility into what's going on in your distribution system, especially those safety events that up until now it was really hard to know about. And with this solution, you're going to know about almost instantly.